Okay, we're here with Cassie Staub of Run Forever. Can you tell everyone a little bit about your band?
Run Forever is a punk band from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're like a three-piece punk band, and I play bass guitar.
All right, you guys just released the new album Settling
Yes.
on Tiny Engines. Tell me a little bit about the recording process and I guess like the reaction you've been getting from fans.
Well, the recording process was pretty awesome because we recorded it 2 blocks down the street from where we live. Our friend Dave Rosenstrauss recorded it. He's like ex-Piss Jeans, and which was really exciting because that's all a band that we've all really loved, and we wanted like a more raw sounding record because our record before was way more produced sounding, so he knew exactly what we wanted to go for, and it was really great just to be able to like walk down the street and record and work with somebody who we like really admired. And the record came out great. It sounds great, and I think that the reactions we've been getting is pretty positive.
Cool. You told me that you'd gotten some reviews that you weren't happy with, saying that the guy didn't get the album or whatever.
Yeah.
What was like the overall message of this album, or like themes or whatever?
I think with this record we were trying to continue like our emotional state after The Devil and Death of Me, and the reviews were just saying that the record was really, really sad, and he wasn't getting that like The Devil and Death of Me was about losing our friend, and Settling is about like coming to grips with a lot of things and accepting like a lot of things and just like moving on, and that's basically what the record is about.
Cool. So you guys are wrapping up the tour tomorrow. You're with Audio Rocketry right now. How did the tour go?
It's been pretty good. There's definitely been shows that have been rough. We toured like a lot of places we haven't been before, Canada being one. We've never been to Canada, and when you're a band that's like playing a place you've never been, it's always difficult for people to come, and you know, you're playing shows that have like low turnouts, but then you always play shows that are like, you know, really awesome turnouts and everyone's excited, and those shows are awesome. I would say this tour has been like 50-50.
Where was the best place that you guys played?
Wow. There was like a bunch of places that were really great, but I think my favorite show was in Chicago. Our friend Paul set it up at his house called Alderon. And we played with this band from there called Dowsing, which was really awesome. And probably the show we played last night in Williamsport, Pennsylvania was really cool. It was pretty awesome to be back in Pennsylvania, and the band we played with there, Eyes Wide, was like really, really awesome too. So I don't know, there's always like really, really great shows. It's really hard to like pick.
Anything crazy or anything happen on this tour? No good stories or anything?
Yeah, we have, when we crossed into Canada, our friend Emily came on tour with us, and she had discovered a skull and had it hidden in her bag and didn't think, well, she didn't have it hidden in her bag. She had it in her bag and didn't think to declare it when we crossed the border. And I guess you're supposed to declare animal products. So, and a animal skull is considered an animal product. So we got held up at the border for like 2 hours, and they were gonna fine us, and we almost didn't get into Canada, and it was like this huge thing. But then they let us in, but we had to meet with this environmental guy in Montreal to like tell us what the skull was. And everyone had thought that it was a bear skull, but it turned out just to be a St. Bernard skull, which is kind of sad.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
So you guys are headed out again in January, right?
Yeah.
How long are you guys out for, and where are you headed?
We're out for 2 weeks. We're touring with State Lines, who are label mates with us on Tiny Engines. The tour is, I think, mostly south, but I think that there are some Midwest and East Coast dates, but definitely not West Coast yet. Hopefully we'll go to the West Coast in the spring.
Cool. How long are you guys out for this tour?
We are out for, I believe, close to 50 days. Something like that. Yeah, 48 or something.
We just watched your new music video the other night on the big screen.
Yeah.
For the song Basement, right?
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that song and how it was shooting the video.
Well, that was really awesome. Our friend Tyler Long shot the video, and where we live in Braddock, we have an apartment, and the house directly across from the street from us is a mirror image of our house, but it's abandoned. So we thought it would be cool to do the video in there, and our landlord owns the house, and we were like, there's no way he's gonna let us do it, but we'll ask him. And he was totally down. I guess there's been other people who've made movies and stuff who've checked it out and have wanted to film stuff there, but didn't really get a chance to do it. So he was super stoked to have us do it. So we did that, and then the rest of is just like clips of Braddock and just stuff that's going on there, which is, you know, we're really, really excited to be living somewhere that we love. We've lived a lot of different places just to live there, but when we moved to Braddock, like, we really wanted to live in a community and be a part of a community and live somewhere that we wanted to live. So we're hoping that kind of shows in the video that that's like a place that we love and like care about, and that it's really important to us.
All right, so you've been involved in hardcore and punk for some years now.
Yeah.
Tell me some of the other bands that you were in.
Okay. Well, I think like the first band I started was with my dad, which was pretty cool. It was just a cover band. And then I had another cover band with my friend Dan, who now plays bass in Between the Buried and Me.
All right.
And so we had a cover band. We must have been in like 8th grade. And then when I was in 9th grade, so you're like in the big school now, like the high school or whatever, I started this like goth band called Zabalba, which not the new Zabalba.
Not the new Zabalba.
No.
All the ass beaters just got excited for like a second. They're like,
No.
what?
No, not that Zabalba. And so I did that for a while. And then after that, I think that's when I met Derek and Tom and a bunch of other people, and we all started Represent. And then after Represent continued on, and like I quit, was / kicked out. I'm not really sure which, but
not because of an edge break.
Not because of an edge break. I think I'm one of the only members who still, like, original members who still at Edge, other than Derek.
I think you are.
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah,
actually.
I think I am.
Yeah.
And so then after that, I think I just like jammed with a few different people, and I started another band, and I think the name changed like a million times. I don't even really remember the name. I was in this band called Rise of the Robots, which was like a metal band about robots taking over the world or something, but we never played shows. And then I met Anthony, and then we moved to Pittsburgh and started Run Forever.
Run Forever. And you're in another band currently.
Yeah.
Called Blood Red.
Yes.
Tell me about your upcoming plans for that. You guys just released an EP, right?
Yeah, we just put out a one-sided LP called Seize You. It's really awesome. I actually wasn't involved with the recording in it. Reba was in the band then, Reba from Code Orange Kids. So she's the singer and the bass player on it, but when Code Orange Kids got busier, they needed somebody else to play bass. So Dave asked me, and I joined, and we put a lot of work into making the LP. It's all hand silk screened. It's, 3-color screen print, and then the vinyl is clear vinyl, and then we screen printed on the opposite side. So it's like a one-sided LP. So right now we're working on recording 4 new songs for a 7-inch that we'll be putting out. The LP we self-released. I'm not really sure if we're gonna self-release the 7-inch or have somebody else do it, but we plan on doing some touring this winter, and I'm really, really excited.
Cool, yeah. I'll be stoked to see that.
Yeah.
So you also run a small record label.
Yeah.
What have you put out? That Lilith 7-inch?
Yeah, I put out the Lilith 7-inch, which is like a Code Orange Kids side project. Reba, Joe, and Kimmy are all in Lilith. It's like an acoustic singer-songwriter type project. So I put that out with Get Better Records, and that came out in the spring, I think. And then I just put out the Run Forever CD because Tiny Engines only does vinyl.
Gotcha.
So, but I have some other things I'm working on. I'm gonna do a Heat Shy Dylan Sizemore split, which is Anthony's like acoustic project, and a friend of ours who's like an incredible singer-songwriter. So I'll be putting that out, and I have like a couple other projects that I want to do.
If you could put out like one band, who would it be? Any band.
Wow. I don't know.
That's a tough question.
That's like putting me on the spot big time. I don't know.
It would be like AC/DC.
I don't know. That's really tough. I really, probably one of my favorite bands right now is Adventures, which is like another Code Orange Kids side project, but Reba is like the front person, and it's, you know, more of like an indie rock band, I guess. I don't know really how to put it.
The aggressive
Yeah.
animal known as Code Orange Kids.
Yeah, exactly. But I really love that band. I think they're incredible, and you know, if I was able to put something out for them, that would be like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you also do a zine.
Yes.
You're super busy.
Yeah.
It's called Cat Power, right?
Yeah.
And it deals a lot with feminism.
Yeah.
You have 3 issues out.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be any more coming out soon?
Yeah. Normally when I get back from a tour, I start working on a new issue of Cat Power, because on every tour I meet new ladies on tour, and you know, then I hope to make like new connections with them. It's always a bummer when I play a show and like I meet someone and it's just like really quick, and you're just like, oh hey, and they're like, oh hey, good show, and like I always feel kind of bummed out that that's like all of our connection and our communication. So now I'm like, oh, I have this zine, you should read it and you should write for it. So then I'm hoping that then, you know, I get new submissions, and then we can have a project that we do together. And then in turn, I'm hoping that makes more ladies become more involved with the scene and feel like just by doing that one thing that maybe that will inspire them to do more things. Like, you can just submit to this zine and then be a part of this thing, and then I'm going to take that zine with me on tour everywhere, and tons of people are going to read it, and other ladies are going to read it, and hopefully that'll inspire them.
Yeah.
And then hopefully that'll, you know, inspire them to do other things and be more involved.
Cool. With 2012 coming to an end, what are some of your favorite releases of this year? It's a tough question. I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I'd like
2012. It's really hard for me because I never actually know when a record comes out.
That's my problem,
you know,
too.
like I'll be like, oh, I love this record, and somebody will be like, oh, that record came out like 3 years ago. I'm like, oh, okay. Probably the Adventure 7-inch is awesome. And that was also like recorded at the same studio we recorded at. Dave also recorded that. That's like one of my favorite records for sure, and I like listen to that like nonstop. I'm trying to think of what other records. Oh, the new Swearin' record is really good. I really like that record. The last Sprainerd record was probably one of my favorite records, but I don't know if that came out this year. That might have came out last year.
I don't know.
I think it came out last year.
Yeah.
But I love that band. They're super inspirational. I'm like brokenhearted that they broke up. I really feel like they're one of the first bands that like really got me into like punk. Like, you know, DIY punk. Like Sprainerd like really got me into that and listening to more bands like them. So
I am a huge Marilyn Manson fan, and I know you are a huge Marilyn Manson fan.
Yeah.
What is your favorite Marilyn Manson album?
Yeah, like when I was in Zabalba, I was definitely like Queen Marilyn Manson. I had like this crazy like wedding dress. I don't know, it was nuts. The performance was weird, but probably Mechanical Animals.
Yeah? I really like that one has like that great big white world on it.
Yeah, that song is
like
awesome.
The first song. I love
it. I think that record is like a solid rock record.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's way different than anything that was before. I feel like he wasn't trying to be
in your face.
Yeah. It's just like a solid record. It's a really good record. The songs are solid. It's kind of like a weird love story too, which is like really awesome. So that's probably my favorite record. I'm not that up to date on like other records probably after Golden Age is probably like the last record I've heard.
I think the High End of Low is my favorite. And it's not his newest, it's like the second to newest.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But people probably call me a poser for that.
I'll have to check it out.
It's definitely, it's like a good, it's like more poppy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. All right. I know you didn't want to answer this question, but let's see. If you could erase one band from history, from hardcore underground history, who would it be?
I don't know. I can't really answer that because if I don't really like a band, I just really don't pay attention to them, and I just kind of pretend that they don't exist. So
we're gonna land on.
So I can't really.
One Life Crew it is then.
Sure, I have no idea anything about them, so okay.
All right, you do Life as Ghost photography.
Yeah.
What do you do with that? I mean, I know that you obviously take pictures, but I mean, like, do you ever do like commission work or anything like that?
Not recently. I used to, which is actually how I met Anthony, which is really funny. I shot a promo of his old band, which is how I met him.
What was his old band?
Still Frame Sky.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Kansas City.
No, not that old.
But yeah, you just told me that you had a picture on CNN.
Oh yeah, my friend Maddie McGarvey just did a photo documentary of Braddock and Pittsburgh, and she shot this really cool photo of me in the bus actually, and it was on CNN's website, which was super exciting because all these people were texting me like, "You're on CNN, you're on CNN," and I was like, "Whoa, no way!" And so I sent that to my mom. My mom said my dad was beaming, which is really cute. But with mostly I've just been shooting photos as much as possible. I really don't like the idea of like selling artwork. It kind of bothers me. I get really weirded out about it. So I did just have an opening with my friend Dave Watt, who does like all of our record art for Run Forever. So we did this collaboration show that came out really cool at the Roboto. And then the other thing I've been doing is shooting like a lot of disposable and a lot of film, and then getting the film developed and then making postcards, and just by sewing them to like a postcard back and selling those for $1 just so that people have artwork.
Gotcha.
You know, like, and they're one of a kind. I don't make more than one. So
really?
that's mainly what I've been doing, just because my desire is just for people to have it. You know, I don't like the idea of like, oh, here's my beautiful photograph for like $900, because when it comes down to it, what you're paying for is the framing.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not actually paying for the art. And I feel like there's a lot of detachment from art and inspiration, and everyone should have access to that. And it sucks that, you know, you have to pay $900 to have something beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, or something, not even, it doesn't even have to be beautiful, but something that you connect with or means something to you. So I've been struggling with that a lot and trying to figure out different ways to relate my artwork to other people.
Cool. All right. Do you have any last shout outs or final thoughts? Anything you want to say to the people that'll be watching this?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. Our new record is called Settling, and it's going to be awesome, and comes out soon, and it's on Tiny Engines, and Tiny Engines is the best label ever.
I'll put a link so people can. I don't know if it's still pre-orders or what.
Yeah, right now it is, but I think that should be coming out this, like, next week. They should be being shipped or something. So.
Can people get the CDs from your record label site?
Yeah, I'll be putting them up on my site for sure.
Cool. I'll put a link to that too. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's everything.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.